Morning, Truck Buddies. Airborne Trucker, aka Mr. King Size Bed, checking in from Luck, Wisconsin. So as you can see, it's some snow on the ground. It's like 6 degrees. All right, it's like 5:30 in the morning. All right, so they just got this much. They got 4 inches of snow yesterday. It snowed yesterday from, I think the gentleman said, from 6 to lunchtime. So I was supposed to be here around that time, but I was supposed to stop by the terminal to get my truck checked out. And I got my wiper blades fixed, or my wipers fixed. So if I wouldn't have stopped by the terminal, I would have been stuck up here and stuck in this 4 inches of snow. And it's just, sometimes things happen for a reason. But anyway, parked up last night, got up first thing this morning because they opened up at 6. Well, when you look at your dispatch and see what time they open up and start, you know, you want to get up like an hour before that just in case when you hear somebody poking around. And sure enough, I got up and I was ready to go. It was like 5:15. Hey, you ready to go? Hey, follow me. So got me ready to go. So first snow of the year. Many more to follow. Gentleman helped me pull my tarps. Roll those up right quick. And guess where they're going? Right there. Yep. See where we're heading next. Airborne Trucker signing off. All right, all done. So here it is, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Like I said, started early. That's one thing about when you park up. You gotta remember, you gotta be ready to go first thing in the morning. You know, like I said, you know, set your clock accordingly. Sometimes if you hear some piffing going around, hey, go ahead and get up and get ready, because you never know. They may or may not unload you. Like they started at 6 here. Like I said, gentleman came out on the forklift. It was 5:15. I got up like about 4:50. I got up before my alarm went off because I heard some trucks pulling up. But always be ready to go when you park up at the shipper or, you know, the customer, whatever the case may be. No matter where you're at, because hey, you gotta be ready to go when you park up. Another thing I want to touch on right quick: following the directions. Now for the pickup, literally on the dispatch notes it says follow these directions, and I see why. When I picked up this load, I had it down almost kind of goes like a residential area, you know, but it was the only way in there. It's like some really old small not handwritten signs, some very small signs saying, hey, you know, this way, that way, this way, that way, you know, to my dispatch. When I got back there to pick up, beautiful place. It's ginormous. You know, I talked to the guy that loaded me. He said they a husband and wife, they started in a house or something like that, and then they grew into this big old building, big old complex or whatnot. But it's nice. You know, of course, you know, on the way out, the same way you go in sometimes, the same way you need to go out. Regardless of what your GPS says, if you're trying to save, you know, 5-10 miles, 5-10 minutes, that'll cost you in the end. So make sure you're following your dispatch and following your directions. What I usually do is I don't use a truck GPS. Me personally, it's a waste of money. I've got Trimble in here. It's decent, and I use Google Maps on my phone. But there's a caveat to that. When you're trip planning, go turn by turn until, you know, once you get into some old sketchy place, when you're getting off the interstate, off the highway, go turn by turn so you can kind of get a mental picture of where you're going. That way you kind of have an idea, like, okay, cool, this, you know, I got to turn here. I'm looking for such and such street. Because if you follow it blindly and you don't, and you say, oh, why does it tell me to go this way? It's, you know, it's 10 miles shorter. Don't do it. Like I said, the notes are on there for a reason. All right. Same thing when I was when I delivered up here. When I took my 30-minute break yesterday after I got fuel and a snack, it's okay. Let me see where I'm going, because they had parking. It says parking's at north end of the lot. What the heck is that? Go on Google Earth. Like when you type in the address of the business, it should give you a 360 view. So when I seen it, man, okay, I seen the parking lot, big old area, you know, plenty of room. But guess what? They got snow yesterday. Like the guy was saying, they got 4 inches of snow in the morning. No big deal. I still had enough room to, you know, make a space. And I'm back in my space right now, waiting to get a dispatch. 7, I probably got at least about another hour till I get dispatched till somebody's in the office. My fleet manager might be in, but of course they gotta wait till the load planners get in. They're getting their coffee and breakfast and whatnot. So sometimes that's why you gotta park up, because you're kind of waiting on them. So, but if you have all your clock, you should have more options in theory. Sometimes it don't work out like that. Prime example, last week I had 3 loads. My first load leaving out of Florida was $600 and some odd. It's okay, well, It's Florida. Me thinking, okay, it should have been something different. When I found out at the end of that day, it was like 30 drivers waiting on loads. So that $600 load I got, it got me moving. So I went up to Georgia, delivered in Georgia to a job site, which had parking. Yes and no. Had parking, delivered there, and went to South Wire in Villarica, Georgia, and went all the way to, let me see, where did I go to? Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right, so I went from Georgia to Oklahoma. All right, so if you're keeping track, okay, first load was 652.55, no tarp. Had some wire, 1648, no tarp. So you're doing the math, about $2,300. And I get to my last load, because I know my fleet manager, he knows me. He tried to keep me at over $5,000 to the truck, which I try to shoot for $6,000, but with it being a short week coming off the holiday, you've got me a load. I had to go 130 miles to Van Buren, Arkansas, to go to Newport, Pennsylvania. That paid $3,100. Now, the thing that sucked about last week was when I delivered, I got there on time, had plenty of time, but I delivered pretty much after lunchtime. It's hit or miss getting a load in some areas, all right? You always want to try to be empty first thing in the morning to make sure that you get a load. Not only a good load, but to get a load. So I was empty at like 3 o'clock last Friday. No freight. So if I was, unloaded, like I said, before lunchtime, I would have had something. The guy was like, oh, I had no problem getting a load. So what time did you get unloaded? Oh, 11 o'clock? Well, that's why you got a load. I got unloaded after 3 o'clock. So after 3 o'clock, I already had a pre-plan. 30 minutes later, about an hour later, so I went to the truck stop. I already knew I wasn't going to get anything. I ended up going to Weirton, West Virginia. That was about 227 miles. So I drove most of the way Saturday. Not Saturday. It was Saturday. Drove most of the way Saturday. I shut down at a Travel Plaza. What? Damn, ABT not in the hotel? Nah, man. I'm trying to get a house, so we're going to start saving some money where we can. So I stayed at the Travel Plaza for the weekend, or for the 34. Wasn't no big deal. Had bathrooms, had food. Something was draining my battery. So usually, I don't idle usually in the wintertime because, usually about 40 degrees. The truck pretty much stays kind of warm. You can use your bunk heater. So got up Sunday morning. The truck don't start. Like, man. So road repair, let them know. Funny thing was, if I drove another 12 miles out of route to the Pilot, I would have been at a Pilot for the weekend. But you pick and choose where you want to stay at. Just whatever's convenient for you and what works out for you. But so about an hour and a half, guy came, gave me a jump. Took literally 10 minutes of that because hooked up, charged up the batteries a little bit, cranked over, and left the truck running. All right, so anytime you have your truck that needs a jump, they route you to the terminal automatically. So I'm like, WTF, man? Why? I gotta go to the terminal, man. It's like, hey, it's not gonna take long. Just go to the terminal, get the truck looked at, and they're gonna do whatever. Now, my wiper blades haven't been working. I've been out with wipers for about a month. I've been fortunate. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but I got some ceramic Rain-X. That stuff's pretty doggone good. Sprayed the windshield, did like every other day, and literally it'll bead off until I was able to try to have enough time to get to the terminal. So luckily I had some time to get to the terminal yesterday while I looked at the batteries, or the day before yesterday, because whatever the day was, all the days run together. So they checked my batteries. They might have changed them, I don't know. And I got my wiper blades working. Bam, working. Now that little detour, that saved me. I think it saved me because I could have delivered yesterday morning, but I would have been in the snow. It'd have been snowing. Like I said, it was snowing pretty bad. The guy said it was snowing pretty bad. So, hey, God works in mysterious ways. I'll never question it. Sometimes it sucks. Like, man, I'm not going to get this load off, man. This sucks. Hey, it worked out in my favor. So to get my truck fixed, get my truck looked at, didn't get snowed in. I pretty much still got unloaded this morning, and I'm kind of still on target, even though I'm kind of still running a load behind because I picked up Monday. Since I didn't deliver Monday, I picked up Monday. I'm a load short. So I'm going to see if my fleet manager can work some magic, because right now I'm sitting at, okay, first load dropped off in Indiana, 1153.82, so $1,100. The lumber I just dropped off, 1593 plus lumber chart, so 11, 16, 27, so I'm at about $2,900, maybe $3,000. So it's halfway through the week, so in theory, I'm pretty sure my fleet manager's trying to find me something either to deliver tomorrow that pays pretty good because I got on my clock to deliver tomorrow, before the end of the day, which will put me at $5,000 or maybe something over $1,000, and then get something Thursday to deliver Friday. Get 2 loads, or you might just find one good load for Friday. Well, like I said, usually you just gotta do the math, and like I said, hopefully I'll be over 5,000 by the end of the week. So sometimes, hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. Like I said, that's why they tell you to park up sometimes, especially like when in the wintertime, we've got TMC's growing for whatever reason. We're over 2,700 drivers. This time last year, we're about 2,400 drivers. So we got 300 more drivers this year than last year. Okay, so that means loads are going to be kind of short already, depending on what area you're in. All right, so I'm in Luck, Wisconsin. I'm like right next door to Minnesota. There's like 3 or 4 places we pick up there. There's a couple places down the road that pick up some fertilizer down from Luck. That's about, I think, 100 miles, less than 100 miles, something like that. But I'm in a decent area to get hopefully a decent paying load to get out of here and start heading south. But yeah, always follow your directions. No matter how much you think you might know, like I said, if there's a special note in your dispatch that says follow these instructions, follow these directions, please do it. I'm telling you, because you'll get hemmed up. I'm telling you, you find yourself on a road that you're not supposed to be on. Like I said, it is snowed. They probably have no plow go across it, and now you trying to figure out how the heck you're gonna get to where you're going. When in doubt, go out a route. That's like rule number 67 of mine. When in doubt, go out a route. You miss your turn, hey, keep driving until you find somewhere it's safe to turn around. Hey, it is what it is. That's why I always take the trip plan, but sometimes it don't matter if you trip plan. Sometimes, hey, things just happen. But, when in doubt, go out a route. So, 710, hey, got my tarps on the deck. Hey, I'm telling you, that's another thing. In the wintertime, you can try your best to roll your tarps up, but guess what? They're not going in the box. No matter what they say, who they try to call on you, they're not going back in the box. Roll them up the best you can, throw them on the deck, strap them down, keep rolling. They might stay there for one day, they might stay there for 1 month. It just depends on when your next load is and when you get to some above freezing temperatures to re-roll your tarps. Like I said, right now it's 12 degrees, I think. Nope, I'm lying. It's still 7 degrees. A high of 28 today. So you already know it's got to be above 32 degrees, or is it 37 degrees? Whatever. Pretty much you want about 40 degrees so you can roll your tarps up. They'll roll up. They'll roll up better. I got my message. Let's see where I'm going next. Whatever. So, but yeah, you always want to do that. Slow and smooth, smooth as fast. We're gonna see where I'm going next. Time for some breakfast. I might take a nap. Airborne Trucker signing off. So somewhere along the way, I lost today, i.e. picking up Monday. So today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, so I lost the whole day. So guess what? I've got a load picking up 71 miles from a distribution center at Home Depot going to Iowa. I've got an inkling, if I'm right, I should be going to the terminal to get another truck. I'm hoping and praying I'm getting another truck. 71 miles loaded, bounce, 351 loaded for $750. So I can't say my FM failed me because I think he's got a plan to get me in the truck, and hopefully I'll make it up on the back end. This is one of the lowest weeks I've had in a while, next to, well, I can't even say Thanksgiving week because I still did $4,000. Oh well, it's trucking. Hey, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. Right now, I'm the nail, and I gotta change that and be the hammer. Airborne Trucker signing off. Well, we finally made it. Council Bluff, Iowa. Parked up, you know how we do it. Home Depot. Ready to go first thing in the morning. So they start at 10 o'clock. I'm gonna walk by this door and see when they start receiving, getting down flurries. It's been in crap weather the whole damn time. Now, left the damn strap. Put that in the morning. I'm gonna get me a damn shower right now. Park that behind the store.